Yeah, like not much.
Okay.
I don't think I've never had a haircut without a mirror in front of me, so this is big trust.
Trust,
here.
bro. This is my first time cutting Nate too. And then the side's number 4. Do you like taper it at all? Like
No.
from zero, nothing.
I just go like
Natural, more
Yeah.
natural look, and then line up.
yeah,
Nice and easy.
super easy. Yeah, I'm not too high maintenance.
Waves? Okay, yo. So thanks for actually like letting us come here.
Of course, yeah.
When you guys open?
Friday.
Fuck. So these guys are brand new.
Yeah.
Little bit of history for the people. I went to your store a long time ago in the north side on Fort Road.
On Fort Road.
Tried to win some shoes there.
Yeah.
Had no luck. But I don't know. I was just following you on Instagram, mainly just, keeping up with, you opened up another store, 124th,
Yeah.
like 107.
Yeah.
And the next thing you know, I see this store. I was like, what the hell's going on? Like, how many stores does this guy have now? Can you just tell the people, like, how it went and, like, a little bit of history? Because he had the store before the Fort Road on. So
Yeah, I had one in St. Albert. So, I started the store 2018 of May.
St. Albert.
Yeah, in St. Albert there. So that was the first spot. It was a little pop-up. Started off with like $100.
$100? What do you mean, like?
Yeah,
You just paid someone $100 to
no,
go there?
Like I started the store with like $100 cash. So I went thrifting. I had some shoes laying around.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so I started the store with like about $100.
How old were you at that time?
I just turned 19. I was like 2 weeks into being 19.
God damn.
So I had the idea when I was 18. Kind of came to fruition when I was 19 there, and then first day didn't sell anything. Yeah.
So how does that store work? You don't have to actually open up a physical store. You just show up.
Yeah. So it was a collective out of St. Albert who basically they offered like young entrepreneurs just the opportunity to kind of open up their own spot. So it's $50 a month for rent. Yeah, but it was a super it was a shared space, pop up, very I had like a tiny little corner basically. It was like 100 square feet for a store. So
But they had the customers, so.
No, I didn't even have the customers. Like I said, first day
Really?
didn't sell anything first day.
What did you have for the $100?
I went thrifting, like I said. So I had some thrift clothes. I had 4 pairs of shoes. I begged my one buddy to consign a T-shirt because I didn't have enough money to buy the shirt from him. It was a Supreme tee, and then yeah, basically started.
How long
with
were you
that.
there for?
I was there for 6 months. So we went from $100 in inventory to 90,000 in 6 months.
100 to 90,000.
Yeah. In 6 months. And then
what's the percentage on that? You did the math. Yeah.
So that was our inventory kind of glow up.
Wait. Yo, we have to let the people know. How the fuck did you turn 100 to 90K?
It's just the grind, bro. I had a full-time job as well, so
6 months?
Yeah, it was from May 4th to October 31st.
What? Wait, I'm trimming like that much.
Yeah, it's good. Maybe a little less than that, even a little less than that. But yeah, and then we opened up there.
Yeah.
I ran it basically by myself. Had a full-time job. I worked 5 a.m. to 1:30, and then from 2 p.m. 2:30 to 9 p.m. I'd work the shop.
What was your job?
So I worked roofing originally, and then I got a new job at a golf course, which is a little easier on my schedule. I could work more hours, so I worked 5 a.m. to 1:30, and then 2:30 p.m. to 9 p.m.
At the store?
Yeah, exactly. So I did that for about 2 months, and then I was making more at the store after 2 months than I was golf course.
Oh, makes sense.
So then I switched it over.
Transition.
And kind of I went full time into the store there. So then the whole summer I kind of worked for myself, and then I moved out, lived on my own there, and then store got broken into November 1st.
When you were 19. So
when I was
7
19.
months in, maybe?
Yeah. So November 1st, 7 months in there, broke into. I was in Hawaii on vacation there, and we lost $15,000.
God damn, was it insured?
Yeah, it was all insured. So that was a big process, and then I was just looking around for new spots. Took about 7-8 months to get it to find a new spot, which was the Fort Road spot there.
Yeah.
But it was a long process. I mean, I was only 19, so no one really took me that seriously. When I told them the numbers we were doing, they were like, "Nah, there's no way." So I had to I found that spot on Kijiji actually, the Fort Road space, and kind of begged the dude to give me a chance. And then opened up that spot. Did pretty well there.
That was a big spot. You guys were living there too, or what?
Yeah, I lived upstairs. So
that was a sick setup.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. It was cool to kind of live and work from the same spot. So that was cool. I mean, it was a little sketchy at times.
Yeah, Fort Road.
Well, yeah, and just living
side.
there too, right? Like if anyone broke in, you're literally sleeping upstairs. So
Oh, true. And you didn't have no big signs, nothing.
No, that was an if you know kind of thing. I didn't want anyone in the neighborhood to know. So.
Nope.
So that was that, and then we had that space from June 2019. Yeah, June 2019 to December, or I guess January 2020 basically, and then we closed it down for renos, and then that's when we transitioned more into shoes. And then COVID happened in February there. So then we kind of closed up until that was what would have been June of 2020, and then I kind of reopened it a little bit.
Yeah, I seen you were kind of on and off.
Yeah, I kind of reopened it a little bit, and then honestly, I don't know, lost the spark.
What was your main focus when you're closed then?
I honestly nothing. I was really just
You just had savings to save.
Barely though. I was barely getting by, honestly. And then so that was
you
that.
Had to come up with something.
Yeah. So COVID was kind of kicking my ass actually, and then
Same here, bro.
And then what happened? I'm trying to think. Yeah. Then so the whole 2020 was basically a write-off. Yeah, that was pretty much that. Kind of let the Instagram go a little bit, and then 2021.
Were you selling online at all?
A little bit, but not really. Again, just
for the whole year.
The whole year was pretty much just.
Let's say if you had to give a number, how much were your sales?
15,000 the whole year.
That's it. Eh?
Yeah, it was really low, and then.
You still had overhead.
Yeah.
At the same time.
Yeah, with the store and everything like that. So I mean, there was government grants and things like that. So it was kind of.
Yeah.
It was kind of helping out a little bit, and then 2020. Got some more grants from the government, and then kind of was okay, I'm going to start up again, and then got offered that spot on 124th Street.
Yeah.
So then I got offered that in May, which was kind of cool, and I was okay, I need a better spot.
So you still own that?
No, so we're done. We're out of that lease end of this month.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, so.
How long did you have that open for?
Yeah, so that would have been 2021 of May. Got that spot, and then we opened the doors there in July. Right at the beginning of July there we opened. We're there for about 4 months, and then we had the mall reach out to us, and they're like, "Hey."
The mall reached out to you guys?
Yeah,
That's crazy.
One of the owners there, he reached out to us, and they kind of wanted us in the mall, so that was kind of dope. And then so this all came together in about a month. We found out that we were going to be in the mall.
So you found out to be October?
October 20th or 25th or something like
way.
that, and then it all we signed the lease here November 6th. This place totally different. Did renos in 2.5 weeks.
Bro,
and then everything.
Just to open in West Edmonton Mall is already a big achievement. But the fact that you're in this strip with kind of the Goose, LV, bro, right when I found out, I was like, no way, bro, that's fucking big. And then, you should be proud of yourself for that.
Thank you. So,
but that's just all happened so quick.
Yeah, it's been crazy.
What was your deciding factor? Okay, we're gonna take this big risk.
I mean, I'm always about that. I think, I don't know, we're the first store to do it, and I kind of wanted to be the first one in. I know this stuff does well, and our numbers since we've opened have been crazy. So,
here?
Yeah, so it's been.
Was business booming before though? Before you opened here?
Yeah. At the 124th Street, we'd had our a record sale in month, our record month in sales.
Before opening?
In October there, yeah, we had a really good month, and then. I mean, now we've almost, in 5 days, we've almost done what we did in a month
No way.
At the other spots, so.
Holy shit. So it's definitely worth it.
So yeah, it's definitely worth it.
It was a good move.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's definitely a little risky. And just because no one's ever been here before, so no one really knew what the numbers actually were going to be. You could have projections and stuff like that, but.
For a store like this.
Yeah, exactly, so.
True. Because I feel like the mall always have numbers for different niches.
Yeah,
they can give you the data on that.
Yeah, but for ours, it wasn't really. There wasn't really anything there, so it was kind of just do it or not. So.
Damn.
So yeah, so I'm happy we did it and jumped in on it. But yeah, so that's kind of the backstory of the store and kind of everything.
How old are you now?
I'm 22.
You're 22.
Yes.
You pretty much opened St. Albert, Fort Road, 124th, and this is your 4th.
Yeah.
But it's the same business. Yeah, it's the same business. Each store
progressively just got bigger.
Yeah. What was let's go back actually.
Yeah.
let's go back to high school.
Sure.
So like, were you always like business minded? Were you always wanting to open up your
Yeah, like I got my first job when I was 13. Worked at Sobeys.
Sobeys?
Yeah.
How'd you get into the game?
I didn't start until I was 18. Until after. So I've only been doing this for about 3.5 years now, 4 years. Probably right around this time when I was 18. So yeah, about 4 years ago. I had a concussion. I was playing hockey.
Shit.
And then I wanted to start a course to teach people how to resell. And like that was kind of my goal. I wanted to build like this course because that's like super scalable.
In the beginning?
Yeah, in the beginning. Yeah. So like before I even started.
Are you still planning to do it?
Probably not. I think I don't really need to anymore. I just teach people. Like if anyone has any questions, I always just like I'll just answer it. I don't really.
Like like as long as you're making the living already, you don't need to be doing extra shit.
Yeah, I don't really care. Like it's like if little kids like want to know about reselling or whatever, like I'll talk to them for an hour if they come into the store and chat with me. Like I don't really. That's not a big deal. But when in the beginning, like I wanted to kind of like create a course that like taught people how to resell, and like that was just a very scalable business.
Yeah.
Just because like you don't need like you can't not sell out of those products. Like it's just a course. Once it's made, it's kind of done. So that was my idea with it, and then so I wrote like a 15-page paper on like resale.
Were you taking like a business school? That's why you did it. You just did it.
Yeah, I was playing hockey in Victoria.
And like for college or
for junior hockey? Yeah, I was playing junior.
Damn.
And then so yeah, I was out with injury, so I just like was like fuck it, I need to start making some money somehow. And
hockey ain't gonna be it.
And yeah, so I just like tried to start this course, and I don't know, like I said, like wrote like a 15-page paper on like resale and like kind of the whole history of it.
But you never did it before that. You
no,
kind of just researched it.
I just learned it. But yeah, I literally just like fully off of like just.
Who gave you the idea?
I gave myself the idea. I was just like,
Really?
what's hot right now, like shoes, and that was right when Yeezys were kind of catching on and like everything like that. And so.
But like, who told you online courses was the thing?
I don't know. I just kind of saw it on like Instagram and stuff. Like there was just like you see those like gurus or whatever. So it was one of those things, yeah. And so I was just like, oh, okay, whatever. Like I'll try that out. So I bought this course to teach you how to like create a course.
Fuck.
And it was like I think it was like all my money.
I have those.
Yeah, it was like $800. I think it was like literally all the money I had.
How did you get that first initial? Oh, from Sobeys?
No, that was just like the money I had saved up like from living. Like that was kind of whatever. I just had like a little bit of money or whatever. And so yeah, so anyways, I started that, and then
that's crazy.
It took me about a month and a half to build this course out.
No, I feel like with teaching though, like when you're trying to teach something, you have to like
have proof of it, right?
That and like you get so much better at what you're doing too. Cause I was a barber,
right? And
I was nice at it, but as soon as I started teaching, I had an online course too.
Right.
It's like, bro, I have to break it down, to like to the very simplest things.
Yeah.
And it makes you kind of better at it too.
Yeah, I agree. And
systemize it.
So yeah, I don't know. Like, so I made this course, and then basically that was kind of my idea. Tried to launch it, did some ads. No one really bought it like at all actually. And then my mom was like, why don't you go do this if you think like. Like if you think you can teach people, why don't you just go fucking do it? And I was like,
your mom said that?
Yeah, I was like, I guess
she wasn't like forcing you to go to school.
No,
get a job, get a degree.
I told them I was like, I'm not gonna like I don't want to go to school. I don't have a desire to. I was good in school. Like
so they were always supportive. Like entrepreneur.
Not really. Like kind of, but not really. Like it was kind of like I think she more said it to be like this isn't gonna work in general. Like you're trying to teach kids how to resell. Yeah, like go prove it if you think this is gonna work. Like why teach other kids how to do it if you think you can make all this money doing it?
I mean that is true though.
Yeah. So then I was like, you know what, fine. Like I will. So then I started the store. So that was kind of
$100, bro. It takes $100. That's fucking crazy.
I mean, it was a long grind though, right? It wasn't just.
Bro, already, I'm gonna clickbait the title already. $100 to fucking store in WEM, biggest mall in North America. Is it still?
One of them, yeah. I think there's Mall of America, and so if everything goes well here, that'll probably be our next spot, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
So you're planning to move and shit?
No, that'll be our second location. So we'll have 2 locations for the first time ever.
How'd you come up with the name? Because you used to be Authentics.
Yeah, Authentics Boutique. Yeah, I don't really know. I like Vans Authentics a lot, and like I don't know. I just kind of came up with the name. I don't really know. There's not really.
No, like this name.
ABCO.
Yeah.
So ABCO is just Authentics Boutique Company abbreviated.
Oh, I thought it was a different name.
No, so it's
That's
just
sick.
it's
Okay.
so yeah, same thing. It's just I think it just looks better on like t-shirts and stuff. Like ABCO, I think looks better. I think the word boutique looks kind of funny on shirts.
Yep.
But I think ABCO and then like that kind of tied into my NFTs and my characters that I wanted to build out and stuff like that. So yeah, so that's kind of why we changed the name. It was just more of a branding thing more than anything. It was just like the ABCO is kind of like alphabet and whatnot. So I think like the alphabet characters are kind of what tie the brand together a little bit. So that was kind of.
When they see the logo though, do they know right away? It's like, bro, it's not. It's a store, like a store, like a shoe store.
I don't know. I mean, like
I feel like here they have to look in and see what it is.
I mean, like I think it's all about branding, right? Like we're still a really new company, so I mean, like if you look at the Apple logo, like if you don't know what the Apple Store is, like that's an apple.
That's true.
So like I don't know. It's all about branding. So I mean, like it just takes a while, but I mean, people that know the color spectrum in Edmonton know that that's our color spectrum, right? So
that's true.
It just takes time to brand things, and I mean, if you don't know about it, you don't know about it, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, if you look at any brand, right? I use Apple a lot when people try to ask me about that. I'm like, well, how does that work? Well, we'll look at Apple. Like,
yeah, you have to kind of build it.
Yeah, you gotta build it yourself. So it's not just.
Makes sense.
Yeah, so I don't know. I think like if we had a shoe as a logo, I don't think that's as unique as like something that's different.
Let's go back again.
Yeah.
When you had the Fort Road store, you had friends, partners, or
was
it by yourself?
I had some buddies. They moved in from Kelowna, and
were you guys all owners or?
No, so they were gonna be owners, and then they just kind of left right before COVID and wanted to start their own vintage thing because I didn't want to do shoes or clothes anymore.
You mainly want to do shoes?
Well, I just think shoes are a better market than clothes.
Yeah.
I think they'll last longer. Like clothes change quite often with what.
More
like there's vintage and there's hype and there's all that kind of stuff and there's a lot to know about it.
Yeah.
Where shoes is like shoes are shoes. People need shoes regardless of what they wear.
True.
And I mean we can get a wide range from New Balance to anything that's hot really, right? Like New Balance, Nikes, Jordans, Yeezys are still selling well. So yeah, I mean
what did you learn with like trying to work with your friends though? Like businesses, everybody's got different mindset, bro.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I mean, like if you have your like with the new partners that I have now, like if you have your spot and you have your place and you kind of set out boundaries in the beginning, then I mean like it works. But if you don't set those goals and those kind of positions from the beginning, like
systems and shit.
Yeah, like if you got 3 owners or whatever, like okay, well what's this owner bringing to the table that this owner isn't, or whatever, right? Or vice versa, where I think that's the biggest thing, right? So,
how did you find? Do you have partners here?
Yeah.
How did you meet them and like how did that go down?
So Jason and Zero, they're my partners in the old spot there on 124th Street.
Yeah.
And I've been working with them since I opened my St. Albert store. They'd buy a lot of stuff from me and resell. But
relationship, eh?
Yeah. So I've known them for a while, and they have quite a big inventory. I mean, my job now isn't really sourcing shoes anymore. I mean, I don't really do that at all, actually.
What's your main role here?
I do branding, marketing, like vision for the store, everything basically except for getting shoes now. So I've stepped aside from that. Jason and Zero do it 1,000 times better than I do.
Yeah.
So I mean that's kind of where it comes into part, right? Where it's like what do you bring to the table as a partner?
Yeah.
And so I mean that's their role and mine's building the brand and making it a brand that people want to be a part of and things like that, right? So that's kind of the role I take in the company.
You think if you did it yourself, you would be in the same position?
No, not at all. I use this a lot too. Like I'd rather make 25%. I'd rather make 25% of $1 million than 100% of 10,000.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like.
That's a good. Yeah, that's.
Right. So I think the more like obviously you don't want to split the pie up too much, but like
as long as everybody's contributing.
Yeah, if you have good partners, like, and I mean, like I said, Jason and Zero are huge in the success of this business as well. Just with the shoes, I mean, they sell themselves, and if you get them in, you make money. So.
I don't know if you don't have to answer this question, but like, how much did it have to take to open this store? And fucking.
What was the initial startup on this?
Startup and how well do you have to do to keep this open? Because bro, a lot of people think, yo, just because you have a store, it's like you're good for life. Like when they look at me, I have a barbershop, they're like, oh, this guy's good. And then I shared like my expenses, you know. You don't have to you don't have to say the number, but how much support do you actually need from customers, you know?
A lot.
like how bumping you need to be, you know?
Like, I mean, like for us, like the first, we've almost hit our we've almost hit our numbers for the month in the first 5 days. So,
that's crazy.
So I mean, it's also like we opened on a Black Friday and things like that. So I'm sure it won't stay like that. But I mean, we have a sales goal for each day, and like we've hit it every single day so far.
Oh, word.
So I mean, the mall I think contributes to that a bit, but I mean, for startup, like to start this spot up was a lot of money to get this one going. So I mean,
you did this whole renovation in a month, bro.
2.5 weeks. I think
2.5 weeks?
Reno started November 9th. And then we opened on the 26th.
You're quick.
Yeah, well, they were working they had guys working overnight, like, because we needed this done for the 26th. Usually this would take about a month.
And during store hours, like during mall hours, they were still working too?
Yeah, like they were working like literally
20.
24 hours, like around the clock, basically, taping, mudding, tiling, painting.
And you can't just fucking get the cheapest guys for that.
Yeah, the mall actually contracts everyone else. So they have.
Oh, really?
They have teams that they have. Like you have to go through specific people in the mall.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, the mall kind of dealt with it all and did everything. So we just paid the bill.
Really? Sick.
Yeah. So that was that.
What about designing and shit?
I mean, I went with a pretty basic design. I just kind of wanted some change rooms and a counter and some shelving. It's not really a lot if you look at it, but. That's basically the whole design of it. There's not a whole lot. I just wanted a clean white store that looks bright and showcases the shoes more than anything. So
yeah, that's true.
So I mean, the white backdrop gives a nice contrast to any shoe on the wall.
Yeah,
it makes it pop. So I mean, that's kind of that. We're still not quite set up. I want to put some more boards on the wall and stuff like that. But for the most part, we're pretty much ready for a grand opening. Grand opening will probably happen in January, realistically.
You have a party in here?
Yeah, have a DJ and have a whole little thing going. So that'll be cool. We'll partner with probably a local bar like Church of John or something like that, and kind of get something like that going.
Pretty much done the cut, but I'm gonna end it off with a banger question, bro.
Sure.
If you had to tell your high school self only one advice, bro.
Yeah.
Biggest advice.
Yeah.
What would that advice be, bro?
What would it be? I don't know, maybe.
I know when you were in high school, you already took risks. You didn't need that advice from yourself. But now that knowing what you know, going through 4 stores, what would be that advice now?
I think just trust, just believe in yourself and trust yourself. I think there's a lot of people that hated when I first started. They were like, nah, I don't know. I saw it.
Haters.
Yeah, it was
would
just
you say the shoe community is pretty toxic community?
Yeah, but I was never really a part of it though. When I started, I basically started, I wasn't even part of any of the Facebook groups until my first until a year after my store. People were recommending my store on Facebook and I wasn't even on Facebook. So I don't know, I was never really a part of those groups. I just kind of tried to build a store that I'd want to go to if I was a sneakerhead. So I'd fly to LA and Vegas when I first started, and I'd just go check out Cool Kicks and Round 2 and what other places I check out. There's a handful Urban Necessities. Things like that, and I'd just go and I'd just check it out and just see kind of how they ran their thing. That's why I got the QR codes. I got that from Urban Necessities.
Oh.
So things like that. I just kind of tried to pull the coolest things that I could find from stores that were already successful, and just kind of bring it into my store and bring that whole experience kind of there. And I think that's kind of part of the reason. But yeah, I think just believe in yourself and just trust.
Even though people fucking said.
Yeah, as long as.
Did you care about what people said?
Not really. I mean, you'd hear.
You got to your head sometimes though.
I think when I was first starting, I was kind of fuck, what am I doing? Because I think my first month I did 500 in sales or something like that. and so that was I was oh fuck, I made $100 this month. And then the second month it kind of blew up a little bit, but not really. I think we did. I don't even know what we did. I think maybe 3,000 or something the second month, or 4,000, and then by month 3, then we kind of started to do decent numbers where I was making enough money to live. But I mean that was I don't know. It was a long, like a lot of people will kind of quit after the first month. I think if
Yeah.
like you only do 500 in sales and like, you know what I mean? Like it's just kind of like you've 85 Instagram
But dude,
followers and stuff like
usually
that.
now like the youngins, they would have a whole ass store before they even try and go open a store. You did it like, okay, I have $100. Let me go somewhere cheap.
Yeah.
Like, you didn't. It's not the traditional way. I would.
No, and like I think that's
You
kind of
just
why.
went out there, bro.
Yeah, kind of like I don't know. Like there's no map for it. You just kind of do it and then.
Yeah, figure it out later.
Yeah.
Commit first, figure it out later,
yeah,
bro.
and that's
Like
I
that,
think
like
it's, you kind of have to do it like that, right? If you think too much, then you'll probably psych yourself out. So.
How far did you plan out?
I
Like, yo, I'm gonna open this
when
store
I
here.
first started, I didn't really have a plan that much. I was just kind of like, let's see if this will work. And then within 3 months, like that's when I started flying places like to LA and Vegas and like to actually kind of map it out.
Oh.
And so like Urban Necessities just moved to the mall, like one of the bigger malls before they moved to the Caesar's Palace. But like they had just moved there, and I was like, oh, that'd be pretty cool. So if I could like, that was kind of my goal. I was like, West Ed would be like the spot, but like now I've tuned my goals again. Like I want to have spots like all over Canada and the US. It's kind of my new goal.
It kind of just changes every
Yeah,
every time
like
you go
as,
bigger, it's like
yeah,
your
like
goals
I've
get
kind of
bigger.
achieved my goal. Like my goals were like, oh, can I do 100,000 in a month? And like I've done that now, and now it's like my next goal is probably 100,000 in a day.
revenue, eh?
Yeah, and like so I don't know, like it just kind of goes. It goes like it's
What's
goes
the
like
profit margins on those? I'm trying to do the math.
so yeah. I don't know. Like those are kind of my
Yeah.
my thing with that is just kind of you have your goals or whatever, and then
Just
once
keep
you hit
dreaming.
them, you kind of go, okay, well what can I achieve next, and you kind of go from there. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
Sick. You want to see the cut? Yo, where's the? You have a phone?
I have a phone. I have my phone. I should do. Yeah, I do.
Check the cut, bro. Number
Let's
4
see,
on the
let's see.
side.
There's a mirror behind
Oh,
Oh, I got a mirror right behind me. Let's
wait,
see.
wait. We just stay there.
Okay. I'll turn
We'll
it
get
up.
the reaction.
Okay,
Just a
let's see.
simple,
Let's see.
simple cut, bro. Like nothing
Super
too
easy. Nothing too crazy. I don't think.
It's an off-white mirror.
No,
Oh, this is
it's not,
off-white?
no. Oh yeah, looks good. Super clean. Perfect. Yeah,
Nice and
literally that's perfect.
Perfect.
Yeah, literally just like that. Unreal. Looks really good. Perfect. Yeah, I mean.
Wait. Any advice for the youngins trying to do what you're doing? Last question.
Yeah, sure. Just keep at it. I mean, it does take a long time. This didn't just happen overnight. There was a lot of ups and downs. Like I probably wanted to quit like 3 times realistically, and
Really?
I almost did actually.
Which point?
Like at 2020, like when COVID was happening, and like I was just getting fucking just beat by like everything. I like pretty much gave up like for the most part, and then I got a grant from the government, and that kind of like resparked it. And I was like, okay, like let me try this one more time and kind of like recoup myself, and then partnered up with Jason and Zero and kind of just went from there. But I mean, like when I got broken into 6 months in, that really sucked, and that kind of took a toll. I don't know, there's a lot, but if you just keep at it, it'll.
And when they have questions, they can DM you.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, my personal Instagram.
Everything's gonna be.
Yeah, all my personal Instagrams is Nate_Reinhardt. That's pretty much everything actually. All
Okay.
my @s are just Nate_Reinhardt.
Okay, word.
And yeah, that's it.
Word. And we're in WEM. If y'all trying to get some shoes, any big events, the grand opening January.
Sometime in January probably. We have Black Friday. Our Black Friday sale will be huge. That'll be first couple hours will just be for NFT owners, stuff like that, and then
Damn.
and then after that it'll be general opening.
Boxing Day.
Yeah, Boxing Day, things like that. We'll probably do. Yeah, I don't really know if we have any other big events. The opening, I guess, the opening party, and then the Boxing Day. That'll probably be it. But I mean, other than that, I mean, we're getting new shoes in every day.
Sir.
We've been spending crazy money on new stock, trying to re up on everything. So there's always new things going on.
Peace. That's
Perfect.
good. That one just gets cut at 30.
Well, perfect.
But we don't need the.
It wasn't